Hey, what's going on to my mortgage math challenge, people? Today is day 2. Today we are going to look at measuring, right? We're going to look at measuring. And what are we going to measure? We're going to measure opportunity cost. So, today I want to ask you 2 questions. Would you prefer to take out let's say that you're going to buy your next car. You're going to buy your next car. Would you prefer to take out a loan at 6%? Or if you had that same $30,000 in saving, should you take that out of savings, right? And so that savings is earning 4% right now. So should you take a loan at 6% or should you take that money out of savings? So let's go ahead and do the math. Let's do the math here to see what we come up with. So let's first go over here. All right, so today we are doing the math of opportunity cost. So let's first calculate what that interest cost is. So if we're looking at interest cost, if we have a $30,000 loan, then we need to calculate first what those payments are. So I have a handy dandy little calculator here, and we are going to be handy calculator. We need payments, right? We need payments. So let's get that in here. So payments. So if we're starting off with a loan, that's negative 30,000. And whenever you pay back that loan, it's going to be back to zero. And we said that this was going to be at 6% interest rate, and this was going to be over 5 years, so over 60 months. Okay. So we come up with a monthly payment of $577.10. So that monthly payment is an amortized schedule, so that it pays off the entire debt totally, so we don't have to worry about that number changing. So the next thing that we need is we need a basic calculator. We just need to add a basic calculator and calculate what that cost. So we have 577.10, and then we're going to multiply that by the same 60 months. So if we took out a $30,000 loan, we will end up paying $34,626. Okay, so that's the interest cost. The other calculation that we need to do is the opportunity cost. A lot of people don't understand that whenever you make a decision and you choose one thing or the other, right? You're choosing opportunity cost or you're choosing to pay interest cost. Let's look at what that would be. Okay. So that's the same calculator. Let me try to get this all in the same screen. All right, so right now you have $30,000, right? So you have $30,000, and let's make that $30,000, not just $30, right? And you're not making an annual payment, right? Because you have, this money's in the bank, right? So this money is in the bank. So we have to choose to take the loan, or we have to pull all this money out of the bank. So let's see what this money would be worth at the end of that same 5 years, so 60 months. So at the end, it's worth $36,630. So your compounding interest on $30,000 grows to $36,630. So you have an opportunity cost. You have to make a choice, right? You can only do one or the other. You have an opportunity cost of $6,630, or you have an interest cost of $34,626, right? So about a $2,000 difference, right? $2,000 difference, that's a pretty significant difference, especially if we're just looking at, a $30,000 loan. So $2,000 is a pretty significant difference there. What does this mean if we were looking at a home? So instead of a $30,000 car, what if you were looking at a $300,000 home? Well, this one is easy. you just add a 0. All right, so if we just add a 0 onto here, all right, add a 0 onto there, it becomes 366,299. If we do all right, let's calculate what those monthly payments will be again. Make sure that I'm not doing anything crazy. All right, so this is paying it off over 60 months, so that payment's going to be fairly high. And so we're going to change that here in a second also. Okay, times 60. So, sorry about that little confusion there, but if we're looking at it, there is a $20,000 difference. There's a $20,000 difference in whether we pay it all off at once or whenever we pay it off with that amortized schedule. What about if this was not a 5-year loan? What if this was a normal 30-year loan? Okay, so that 360 months grows to almost $1 million. Let's do that same calculation down here, and this is now 360. Okay, 360. Let's hit that clear button several times so that we don't have that same problem. So if we look at it over 30 years, there is a $350,000 difference. Whenever you choose to pull money away from things that are compounding interest, then you are giving up that opportunity cost. So yes, there is interest cost here, right? This person ends up paying $344,000 in interest cost over 30 years. There is also the opportunity cost on the other side, right? So the opportunity cost is that additional $694,000. So there's a big difference. If you have the choice, then you can pay it out over longer, and you can keep that opportunity cost for yourself. Now, I want to ask one more question. One more question directly related to what we're talking about right now. If you had $1 and I had 41 cents, would you trade your dollar for 41 cents? No. If you had 41 cents, would you trade it for $1? Most people would say yes. So what am I getting at? Well, let's look at inflation. Right? So most people would agree that $1 today is going to be cheaper than $1 in the future. Right? $1 today is going to be cheaper than $1 in the future. So let's go ahead and just calculate that. So right now, we are looking at $1. Not making any types of payments. 3% per year over 30 years. Right, so $1 in the future is going to feel like 41 cents. So $1 in the future is going to feel like 41 cents. So right now, you have a choice, right? If you can pay the least amount possible right now so that you can put it into other investments, into opportunities. You can put it into yourself. Those will pay out in opportunity cost compounding over the years instead of, handicapping yourself and paying, additional dollars, paying additional cents, making extra payments on to your mortgage. So I hope that made sense. I hope this is I hope this is just a quick and easy way to understand that, hey, what the banks are telling me to do feels a little bit different than what the math says, right? And a lot of people have felt that, right? You've felt that, hey, the banks are telling me to do this. Is it in their favor or is it in my favor? Now we're going to go and we're going to calculate the difference between the eighth of a point, usually between a 30-year and a 15-year mortgage. We're going to see what that difference in interest cost is, right? We're going to see which one is better. We're going to compare those two. So if we're just looking at those opportunity costs, we need to always remember to measure, right? If we're looking to make a financial decision, we must remember to measure what we are doing. So thank you guys. Welcome to day 2. Tomorrow is going to be a big one. Tomorrow is the big 15 versus 30 year battle. And I hope to see you tomorrow. And peace out.